Zombie apocalypse.
Try the following command. So this question require us to put the sim x and h. After that, we need to enter the function f, and m is represent substitute to the first principle of derivative formula, and f1 is represent the limit. And we run. So we get the answer for the limit of f1 right here.
For the second question, try the following sequence. First, sim x h. After that, we will differentiate later. Next, enter f that we substitute the first principle of derivative. Next, enter f1 is represent for limit. After that, we enter a program for the graph. After that, we run the program and get the answer, and then the
Question
graph.
3 asks us to repeat the same step above for the function. So we got the function here, and we need to replace this function. And the question asks us, is the function defined for all real number? And what about the derivative? And how is the graph misleading? Is the function defined for all real number? Function is the real number when x is greater than 0. After that, we need to put the sims x and h. After that, we put a function, and m is represent the substitute, and f1 is for the limit, and f plot f is for the graph, and f plot f1 is for the graph. Press the run and advance. We got the answer for derivative, and we got the answer for the graph right here.
For question 4 and 5, we can do it together in one program because the question is related. First, we enter sim x h. After that, we enter the function that be given. After that, we enter m. We substitute the first principle of derivative formula. After that, we enter f1 that represent the limit. After that, we enter a program for the graph to find the y-axis and x-axis. After that, we add the title for the graph. After that, you run the program and you will get the answer and the graph.
Okay, now the first question is evaluate above integral function using integration by partial fraction method. Show and explain your solution using calculation method. So firstly, we factorize the denominator, and then we perform partial fraction decomposition. After that, we evaluate the indefinite integrals. The first step to evaluate indefinite integral is to substitute u equals to x plus 1, and then we get a standard integral which is ln u, and then we undo the substitution, which we get ln x plus 1. Now repeat the same step by using u equals x plus 2. We get the same standard integral ln u, and then we undo the substitution ln x plus 2. Then combine both of them, and then don't forget to add the constant of integration, which is c. Okay, the second question is show and explain how MATLAB can output the answer for this integral equation, which is question number 1. Now we are going to see how. So basically we are going to use the residue command to find the coefficients of the equation. The command is as follows. So the num and den basically vectors for numerators and denominators, and then we run. We got coefficients -1 corresponding to -2, 1 corresponding to -1. So basically we use the MATLAB only for finding the coefficients of this equation, which is 1 and -1. Question 3. Plot the original integral function and the integral solution on the same figure. Add title and legends. So now we are going to see how we're gonna do the graph. Firstly, add range for x and y, and then insert function for y1 and y2, and then add the calculation steps. After that, show function y1 and y2 in the graph, and then show title and legends in the graph. This is the graph we got, a quadratic graph and a straight line graph. Moving to the fourth question. What is the answer given by MATLAB? Then show how you find the inverse function using calculation method and compare both answer solutions. Now we are going to see how we can get the answers in MATLAB. Follow the commands. Command g equals to f inverse f returns the inverse of function f, and then we run. We got the answer x to the power of 1 over 2 over 3 minus 4 over 3. Now we see how the calculation method is done to the same inverse function. We also can write set x as x to the power of 1 over 2. So now the answer we get in calculation method and in MATLAB are the same. The fifth question is find the derivative of the inverse function using MATLAB and calculation method. Discuss your findings. For question 5, we just need to add one more command to the sequence of commands we used in question 4, which is diff g. This will return the value of the differentiation of the equation that we got in the previous commands. So we get the answer, which is 1 is divided by 6x to the power of 1 over 2. By using calculation method to question 5, we get the same answer as the MATLAB, which is 1 is divided by 6 set x. This can be also written as 1 divided by 6 x to the power of 1 over 2, which is the same answer we got in MATLAB.